Good day, good day, good day, everybody. Hope you are doing well. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Yes, yes, yes. We are in our Thanksgiving week. Can y'all believe it's going to be Thanksgiving on Thursday? 2021 is about to be a wrap, y'all. It's about to be a wrap. It's amazing. It's just amazing to me how quickly these years go by, right? Good day, Gladys. Hey, Tim. Hey, Nan. Yes, Tim, I'm feeling so much better. Thank you. And thank you for sending me all those healing vibes over Friday and over the weekend. I received it and it worked. It worked. I'm feeling much, much, much better. It's good to see you, Diana. So, it's Monday, and that usually means that we have a new series. Usually that's what that means. But I'm still in that unplugged energy. And this week is going to be a shorter live week. So I'll say this now and I'll say it again in some joy news. So I decided that Thanksgiving Day and the day after Thanksgiving Day are going to be two previous sips. So like a best of sip kind of thing. And I'm just going to play two of my favorite, I can't even say that. I'm just going to play two sips that I really, really like because I have so many that are my favorite. I can't limit it in that way. So I'm going to play a replay on Thursday and the day after Thanksgiving. So a little shorter live sip week just for the holidays. And so I just wanted to let you all know that. And like I said, I shared some things last week on Unplugged, didn't I, Stacy? Yeah, yes. And on Thursday, there was a lot of water. There was, the water going on in the house, sharing that I had the UTI, water from my eyes, tearing up. But it was all good. It was all, what's that word? Cleansing. It was all cleansing. Yeah, it was all cleansing. So I decided, this morning when I woke up, I was still feeling like, let's just go with the flow. So that's what we're going to do. So we are still unplugged. Still unplugged. If we want to call it a new series, that's what it is. We're just going to drop in the word still. Still unplugged. We unplugged, y'all. We're unplugged. So yesterday at Rockland CSL, we had a wonderful service. We had such a good time. And after service, we got together and we went out for brunch. And it just felt so good to be in fellowship with each other. And so yesterday, my topic was celebrate the triumphant journey. Celebrate the triumphant journey. And what that is for me and what I want to invite us to consider for our own selves is to celebrate ourselves more. I think if someone was to do a research and there was some statistics that was drawn out of the research, I think it would find that we spend more time dumping on ourselves about where we are, what we haven't done, or what we did do and we didn't do it the way that we imagined we would do. All that stuff, right? The percentage would be higher there than in the times that we celebrate ourselves. And I'm not talking about celebrating the big accomplishments like graduation, our birthdays. I'm talking about celebrating the baby steps that we take along our journey, right? One day at a time. Do we even pause during the day just to acknowledge ourselves for what we accomplished in that day, in that particular day, right? So I'm becoming more aware of that for myself because I have a tendency to just keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, right? Without pausing just to acknowledge myself for a moment, right? Just to celebrate those baby steps, right? Because celebrating the baby steps is also an indication of forward momentum. We don't have to wait until we get to the finish line. We're not running a marathon. And even if we were running a marathon, the very fact that where am I going? The very fact that we are in the marathon is cause for celebration in my book. It's cause for celebration because think about all that you had to do to prepare for that. And more than likely, we weren't celebrating in the preparation of it, right? We're saving the celebration for when we cross the finish line. But every day is a new beginning, right? Every day is an ending. And in between that, we have stuff that we could celebrate. So I'm taking that on. I think celebration is going to be part of my 2022 quality, part of my 2022 energy that I want to embrace and embody more for myself. Because I realized, especially when I was sharing with you last week and Unplugged, the pressure that I was putting on myself for no reason. It was totally unnecessary, right? And I know I'm not in this boat alone. I know I'm not in the pressure boat by myself. So let's lighten up a little bit. Let's just give ourselves some grace. Let's give ourselves some grace. And I'm glad Stacy's on here because last Sunday, Stacy was the speaker and she talked about seeing beauty and feeling grace, right? And grace means favored. And I was talking about this yesterday in my talk, right? I had shared that, growing up in a Pentecostal church, there's two things that will definitely happen in church, right? We have this call and response, and this will definitely happen in any Pentecostal and probably other Black churches that you will go to. If you say, God is good, the response will be collectively in unison all the time, right? All the time. And if somebody's giving a testimony or if someone is in conversation with somebody and they ask you, how are you doing? The person would likely respond back, I am blessed and highly favored, right? And that highly favored part is grace. That highly favored part is that each one of us have our own gift to give in the world, right? In the Bible, that was said to Mary, that she was favored, right? That she was the favored, that she was the chosen one, right? For Jesus the Christ to come through, right? That was her gift. And so we each have a gift. No one is favored over anyone else. We're all favored. And we can celebrate that. We can celebrate that by celebrating wherever we are in the expression of our gift. Wherever we are, we can celebrate that. So I love this quote. There's two quotes that I love that happened that I discovered on Saturday. One is from Lena Horne, and she said, it's not the load that breaks you. It's the way you carry it. It's not the load that breaks you. that breaks you down. It's the way you carry it. So what I was expressing last week with the pressure was how I was carrying my load, right? And the need to take a moment and evaluate, how am I holding myself? Am I holding myself with some grace? Or am I holding myself under pressure? Right? So I ask you that same question. How are you holding yourself? How are you holding your load? Right? It's not the load that breaks you down. It's the way you carry it. So let's carry it with some grace. Let's carry it knowing that we are blessed and highly favored. Yes? All right, y'all. I see your yes, Stacy. Yes. And then the other quote that I love is from Emerson. So I got Lena Horne and Emerson. How about that? How about that, right? I love it. Emerson said, "The dice of God are always loaded, and they are loaded in your favor." So we could carry the load knowing that if the load is in our favor, it is loaded in our favor. The dice of God are always loaded in our favor. That's some good news. That means that we could celebrate right now, exactly where we are right now in this moment. We can celebrate from whence we come right now. We could celebrate from whence we are going right now. Right now. Knowing that the dice is already loaded in our favor, that we are already winning, right? I looked at my list this morning in my morning practice, my 2021 year of winning list, right? My criteria that I use now when I'm making a decision about something, about stepping into something, right? Does it meet my joy list? The way that I know to win, right? This was a really significant reminder for me. Really significant reminder for me. And so I know that if it was a reminder for me, it's also a reminder for someone else. Because that's just how it works. That's just how it works. So we are already triumphant. Let's celebrate. We're already victorious. Let's celebrate. We're already successful. Let's celebrate. And we're already exalted. So let's celebrate. Wherever we are on our journey, let's celebrate it now. Let's celebrate more baby steps. Let's celebrate more baby steps. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just letting you know right now, that is what I am doing. And I already started yesterday. So I'm feeling much, much better because it's still a load, y'all. Still got the load, but I'm carrying it with grace. I'm carrying it with grace for myself, knowing already that I'm triumphant. And so are you. Yes, 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 Diana. So are you. So are all of us. All right. All right. So that's what we have for today. Unplugged. That's where we are. Let's celebrate. Think about something today, just something today that you could give some celebration, some praise, something to today. Because we're going to practice celebration. Who knew that practicing celebration could be a thing? I just made it a thing. We're going to practice celebration. All right. All right, y'all. So I am Rev Melissa. I am an ordained interfaith minister. I am a licensed religious science practitioner. I am a purpose coach, and I am the spiritual director at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. And this is my ministry of joy that I celebrate every single day now. I'm celebrating it every single day now. So if you need some support with celebrating who you are and the truth of who you are, with getting clear about the fact that you are already blessed and highly favored, DM me and we could set up some time to talk. I would love to do that with you. All right. If my ministry of joy resonates with you, they say you give where your soul is fed. So if I feed your spirit in any way and you would like to give a love offering, you can do so at Cash App or Venmo and be in the law of celebration. How about that? And the law of circulation with me, the giving and the receiving. I appreciate your love and your support and your generosity. So let's get into some joy news. All right. So on Friday, we're going to do a little recap of the weekend. So Friday morning, I was the guest on Maya Brewer's Yoga Alliance's Community Saga. It was amazing. So it was recorded live with a live audience, and then they replay it later on their podcast. So I'll let everyone know when that will be released. But I was just talking about joy, talking about living life in joy, talking about the expression of joy, talking about my non-negotiables when I work with people one-on-one. Y'all know what my non-negotiables are? I have two. One is you have to have a spiritual practice. Must have a spiritual practice. And the second is you must read and do the 30-day mental diet. Non-negotiable. You don't commit to those two things, we can't work together. It's just like, that's it. That's it. That's it. We could work on getting you there, but at some point, you got to make that commitment, right? So we was talking about that and just the power of our spiritual practices. So that was wonderful. If you don't know Maya Brewer, she was on Living Life in Joy earlier this month, I want to say, and she's the founder of Yoga Retreat for Women of Color. So had a wonderful time with her. So I didn't have our 10:30 sip because we were doing meditation with the moon that evening at 11 p.m., but I canceled it, right? And I just want to say thank you all so much for all the outpouring of concern and care for me. I just love y'all so much. And I'm fine now. I was not feeling well on Friday, as many of you know. And so I decided to cancel and take care of myself and give myself some grace. Give myself some grace. So I got a lot of rest and I'm feeling so much better now. So our next meditation with the moon is going to be December 3rd, 11 p.m. So December 3rd, mark your calendar, 11 p.m. And after, we have our after party on Zoom. So please stay tuned for that. And then on Sunday, we had our Living Life in Joy show. And my special guest was Nelda Bianca Bazil, who is the founder and president of We Run Mount Vernon. And she was on just talking about being in service in the space of wellness and fitness and to promote the Thanksgiving Turkey Run Walk that's happening all over the place, but Mount Vernon is going to have one also on Thanksgiving Day. And you could participate virtually or in person in Mount Vernon. And the registration information is at wrmv.org. And you can register now. So it was a wonderful conversation. I so enjoyed her energy and her zest for running. She's run in several marathons, New York, Boston, and Chicago. Amazing. She ran in this year's virtual Boston and New York City Marathon. Just amazing. Next Sunday, my special guest is another one of the organizations that is being supported by the Hero Ministries movement, and that is Tanya Moment. She is one of the, I was going to say founder, let's say co-founder of Old Path Ministries. There she is, her and her husband. Her husband's mother founded the organization, Barbara Moment. And so we're going to be talking about her work the work that they are doing in the unhoused communities. And it's an amazing conversation with her. So please tune in for that this Sunday, Living Life in Joy, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. All right. I already spoke about church yesterday. So this Sunday, after Living Life in Joy at 11:30, we have our Sunday in Praise at Rockland CSL. And this is going to be another celebratory topic: gratitude beyond gifts. Gratitude beyond gifts. So I'm excited and curious to see what comes through for that sermon next Sunday. But please join me. You could do so online and in person. Go to rocklandcsl.org and get the information there. The other thing that I want to let people know, December 4th is quickly approaching because this week is Thanksgiving, right? So what happens on December 4th? What happens on December 4th is the deadline for Seku's charity run. And I just want to give a shout out to 10 for 10. Okay, so you're like, Red Mel, what is that? So let's just check in with Seku. Let's put up the flyer, check in with Seku, see what's going on. He's doing a 10 for 10 challenge. He's challenging 10 people to donate just $10, right? So he's saying if you're not sure how to help the unhoused this holiday season, you can do so by supporting the charity run. Fabulous. And let me tell y'all, I don't tell people to donate to things that I haven't donated to myself. So whenever I'm giving like donate, do this, because I have done it. I have done it. That's just like fundraising 101. You don't ask people for money if you ain't giving money yourself. So I am one of those people who is supporting the charity run. As you know, I'm doing $1 for every mile ran, and we can all participate. Right, Sekou?
Yeah. I feel like I said this on my show earlier. I feel like the momentum is picking up with the 10 for 10, and maybe because it's so concrete, 10 people, $10, it's easy. And so the donations have picked up, and now we're down in the $1,200 range left. So that's significant because Friday was $1,300 and Thursday was $1,400. So it's ticking down and down and down. So yeah, please donate and please spread the word. And it's happening. It's happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
There's not much time left, but I have faith that we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there.
Get there. 10 for 10. We put it back up. 10 for 10. Challenging 10 people to donate $10. There we go.
10 for 10. 10 for 10. I like that, Sekou.
Yeah, 10 for 10.
All right.
And in terms of your sip, there were a couple things that jumped out at me. I'm gonna pick one. You said something early about that quote. It's not the load you carry, but the way you carry it.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, what pinged in my head was something that I was listening to this morning during my run, which is not quite the same, but for some reason they synced up for me. But it was getting knocked down is life, but getting back up is you.
You
know, and you can get back up with grace, but get back up. Just keep getting back up. And there's another knockdown coming. Right? right? Knockdowns are still coming. They're lining up out there. You get your get up ready. Get up ready so you can get up and carry the load with grace.
Yes, it made me think of that Donnie McClurkin song. We fall down, but we get up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I just realized I interviewed, you remember Lisa Ray? The actor?
Yes.
I interviewed Lisa Ray, and she said we fall down when we get up. And I had no idea what the reference was until just now. Oh, that's what she was quoting. All right, shout out to Lisa Ray. I got you now. I got you. I know what you're talking about now. Late. Better late than never.
Yes, listen to that Donnie McClurkin song. If you're ever feeling down, oh, that's one of my joy songs. That song will get you right. It will get you up. It will help you to remember that you are already triumphant. Yes, we fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. All right, y'all. So have a wonderful day. Celebrate something today. Celebrate something today. The fact that you're up and you're dressed and you did something. You did your spiritual practice. Let's celebrate doing our spiritual practice. But let's cultivate. Let's cultivate the energy of celebration. Let's cultivate that. We cultivate so many other things. Let's cultivate that too. All right? All right, y'all. So I will see you all tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. as we continue with the Still Unplugged. All right? All right. So peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.